Welcome to CallzApp, the revolutionary application for mobile communications. If someone asks you the question, how old is mobile phone? You would say it's just 4 days. If someone asks you the question, how old is the dialer application on the mobile phone? You start wondering. Amazingly, it's 40 years old. So you got the latest smartphone with you with an age-old dialer application. Is it capable of taking care of all the needs of 21st century? Absolutely not. That's why CallzApp came out with a revolutionary dialer app with the next generation features. Let's explore CallzApp. Once you install the CallzApp, you get this icon on the mobile phone. Okay, let's explore it. You got five menu items, which is really familiar with all the Android users. One is favorites, locks, contacts, keypad, and an additional one which is emergency. Let's get into that later on. Okay, let's go to keypad first. This is a normal keypad. Okay, the default keypad, let's go back to default keypad now. Okay, if you look at the default keypad, look, you got all the numbers here and the green button which is used for making the calls. And you understand one thing, you can only make one type of call from here. Let's get back to CallzApp. Okay, if you look at CallzApp now, go to keypad. It's got exactly the same features. It's got a green button which is called casual button. It's exactly a similar button which you find in the default phones. And you see the three additional buttons here. One is the red, emergency, urgent, which is orange, and yellow, which is important. These are the priority call buttons. Okay, these are the buttons which are available when you select a contact as well. For example, like if you select a contact here, you see exactly the same buttons, the casual green button, red emergency, orange urgent, and yellow important button. Okay, so whether you take the keypad or select a contact, you can make exactly the same kind of priority calls. Okay, let's see how the call works. I take the application from here as well. I'm trying to make a call. Okay, I selected from the call log one of the contacts. I'm trying to make a call. Okay, if I make a call, if you make a casual call, if you press green button, it's exactly similar to the call which you make from the default application. But if you select any of these colored buttons like emergency, urgent, important, they are priority calls. Let's see how it works. I press this emergency button here. Okay, the call is going at the moment. You see the call come here and you can see the emergency call, the message here. So you can select the call because it's an emergency call, okay? So you selected the call. So you selected the call, okay? And it's an emergency call. Now enter the call now. Okay, the call goes off. So you have got one emergency call. It's exactly similar to the other priority calls as well. So if you make an urgent call, let's see what happens. So you can see the message on top of the call pop-up screen. It's from Susie. It's an urgent call, and you just select the call again. Okay, you have talked to Susie, and it's an urgent call, and now it's an important call. Okay. So the call coming, yeah, it's an important call, and you can select the call. Okay. So you selected the call now. Okay. I've disconnected. So if this is how it comes on CallzApp. Like when the moment the call arrives on the application on the mobile phone, you get the priority message whether it's emergency, urgent, or important. So you can make a choice whether to select a call or not. Okay, this is absolutely a fantastic feature which is like it's not been there in any of the mobile phones in the world. The CallzApp is the first application to show the priority of the call on the call pop-up screen. Okay, now let's see what happened. When you look at the call logs, okay, you have got 3 calls from Susie. The first one was emergency, second urgent, and third is important. Okay, so generally you must ask a question like, what happens if I don't make a call to a mobile where this application is not installed? It gets a message. For example, like if I make a call from here, from a CallzApp, I'm using another mobile phone, which is iPhone, where I don't have this CallzApp installed. So what I'm trying to do is like I'm trying to make a call. Okay, I select a contact. Okay, I select VPN. Okay, I'm trying to make an emergency call here. It doesn't have CallzApp here. So what happens? The call arrives. Okay, I disconnect. So you can see there is an message here. I'll show you the message. It's an emergency call, time, and from whom it has come. Okay, and the definitely it says like it's powered by CallzApp. So even if it's not completely a CallzApp installed mobile phone, you can communicate, and the priority is really communicate to the mobile phone. Okay. Now what happens if you miss a call? Okay, I'm not going to take any emergency call here. I'm getting a call. I'm making a call from here. So the emergency, it's an emergency call. Okay, and I missed it. Okay, I missed this call. So what happens? You can see this alert messages on top, like it says is with an icon. So just pull it down. You can see emergency call, important call, urgent call, emergency call from Susie. So this gives an alert message for every call missed or every priority call. So even if your mobile phone is switched off for a couple of hours, like the moment you switch back on, like you get all the alert messages. And also on the call logs, you see now there's a missed call here. Okay, and it's iconized. The icon shows like what the priority of the call. For example, if it's red, it's emergency. If it's orange, it's urgent. If it's yellow, it's important. Okay, and if it's green, if it's normal call. Okay, and this is quite really important because it gives you a visual representation of the priority of the call, even if you missed. And when you are in a conference call or in a meeting where we can't really attend the call, but when you get the visual representation of the call, you can identify that okay, what kind of the priority it was. Okay, and if you look at on the top, like you got like three menu bars here. One is all, which is showing all calls which you have received. The second one is a missed calls. Now you have missed a call from Susie, which is an emergency call. And also you've got like a tab for all messages. And you understand this is the only application in the whole world which shows call logs and messages on the same screen. And the messages also work in the same way. For example, like if Sam is sending a message, important message, okay, so what happens here, like you got this priority icons here and you just type in some message. For example, like I put an accident here and I select this emergency button, okay, and send. Okay, the message is sent. And you look at this, like once it's just an alert message on the top, and once you come here, okay, this message also is tagged with an icon which is red, which means that's an emergency message. Okay, and it's exactly similar to the call logs. Like every message in the message log is tagged with a priority: red for emergency, orange for urgent, yellow for important. Okay, so this gives a fantastic feature. And also like you have got all these tabs, which is really useful because on the same screen you get all the communications from the same contact. This is it's going to revolutionize the whole communication industry. This is where it's heading to. And you have these contacts. If you look at the contacts now, okay, now you find it's slightly different from the normal contact screen because the normal default contact screen you get all the names here. But this is called different features. It shows the latest communications here and the status. What does mean? Like latest communication means that the latest communication either via call or SMS to and fro from Susie. Either you have called or you got communication from Susie. And it also shows the priority. If it's red, it's emergency. Now you can see that like there was an emergency call and there was an emergency message on the 8th of September, and the status is given. If the communication has happened in less than 1 week, it's green. If it's less than 1 month, it's yellow. If it's less than 1 quarter, it's orange, and if it's more than a quarter, it's red. So you can see all the other contacts like is red because the communication has never happened the last 1 quarter. This is really a good feature for professionals like who want to really be in touch with the contacts. Okay, and you also got other features like the favorites. Okay, it's exactly similar to the other favorite screens. For example, you just keep long press and you select favorite, and this will be added to the favorite screen. And also you can see the status and the latest communication on the favorite screen. Okay, this is one of the features. And now let's move on to the next one, which is the emergency, which is a special screen which we have introduced in CallzApp because we care about life. And this is the 3-click functionality to reach any national emergency services. And what you need to do is like you need to store all the numbers here. For example, like you have personal emergency contact, fire, police, ambulance, and national emergency. So what you can do is that you can store all the numbers here. Once you save that, that's permanently stored. Okay, and it's a 3-click functionality. And also like you just understand like how does it work. If I go back here on the screen, okay, this 1 click, okay, second click here on the emergency button, menu button, and you're directly there. Then you click on any of these buttons like national emergency, fire, police, or ambulance, or personal emergency contact, the call directly goes. Okay, so what happens, what is the advantage here is like you don't have to dial the numbers, and in real emergency you make mistakes because your hands are shivering and you can make mistakes here. But here like it's error free, and it's big icons here, and also like your thumb can reach directly onto the emergency button and national emergency buttons and other buttons quite quickly, and you don't make any mistakes. So if you press any of these buttons, the call will go. And also it sends out an SMS message to the national emergency service in case the call fail in between, like the emergency services will receive an SMS message. Okay, so these are the features. So if you look at the whole thing now, it's going to revolutionize the whole communication industry because the fundamental part of communication has missed in the normal default dialer. So this dialer with all this functionality is going to revolutionize, is all set to replace the default dial applications with fantastic features, and this is the way to go ahead. Priority is the most important part of it, and that is part of the dial application of the mobile. And CallzApp is going to revolutionize the mobile communication industry. That's it. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you. Bye.